The year is 1962. India celebrated its 15th Independence Day a few months ago. Many new things have happened till now. India gets 4 new IITs in Bombay, Delhi, Kanpur, and Madras. The first two IIMs are established in Calcutta and Ahmedabad. Goa becomes a part of India in 19 December 1961 and is kept as a union territory after being liberated from the Portuguese. The rupee was decimalized and the Anna system is discontinued. 1 rupee, which was equivalent to 16 annas, now became equivalent to 100 paise. The Rourkela steel plant was established in 3 February 1959 with help from West Germany, and the Bhilai steel plant was inaugurated in 4 February 1959 with the help from the Soviet Union. The first television broadcast is made in 15 September 1959, which would later result in the formation of Doordarshan. Defense Research and Development Organization or DRDO is established in 1 January 1958. The Vimochan Samaram or liberation struggle begins in Kerala. Many protest against the communist government led by Chief Minister EMS Namboodiripad are held, which stated that the communists are a threat to democracy and should not be in power. It ultimately led to Pandit Nehru dismissing the Kerala government in 31 July 1959, which at that time did not do any kind of activity which threatened democracy. In fact, in the previous video, the promises of the Communist Party were not new things brought by the Communist Party. Those points were also mentioned in the Constitution of India. EMS was till then only implementing points of the Constitution. The Communist Party alleged that this was a conspiracy by the CIA and the Indian government. The Armed Forces Special Powers Act was brought in 1958. The Eighth Amendment of the Constitution is made, in which the period of reservation for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes was increased till 26 January 1970. It also increased the time of reservation for Anglo-Indians representation in state assemblies. The state of Bombay is divided and Maharashtra and Gujarat are formed in 1960. In the same year, the Border Roads Organization is formed. Diplomacy with China seems to be fine despite border issues in Ladakh, and the slogan Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai or Indians and Chinese are brothers tries to bring positivity among both countries. But everything would change sometime later. There was lots of development, but the problems were still big. Many people are poor, illiterate, and living without basic needs. Hunger is a huge issue as many people are starving and there is shortage of grains. It was such a time that if you were found with many sacks of wheat or rice or throwing a party with lots of food, you could be arrested. This actually happened in a marriage where hundreds of kgs of sweets were confiscated. This was how critical the situation was. The government could still not find a solution to this issue, and grains had to be imported from the US. There were droughts in many places in 1957 to 1958, which made the situation even worse. The second 5-year plan targeted a national income growth of 25%. This time, the target could not be reached and national income increased by 20% with an average GDP growth of 4%. Food grain prices had increased by around 15%. The era of licenses and permits from the government took a steep incline and it became impossible to open factories without getting a license, for which people needed to wait for months, sometimes even years. You could not decide by yourself what you could make, how much you could make. You had to take permission from the government for all this in the form of licenses. C. Rajagopalachari called this the license permit Raj or license Raj. In the rural space, the zamindari system could still not be completely removed, even though it was abolished by law. This was because landlords were not happy with the reforms. This was also the time that DMK in Tamil Nadu started opposing the central government's plan of imposing Hindi over Tamil. And in Andhra Pradesh, people living in the northwest of the state started demanding for a separate state for Telugu speaking people. This marked the beginning of the Telangana movement. By the time of the election, it was clear that more than diplomatic issues, the focus of voters was on domestic issues, such as states reorganization and agriculture reforms. The election was announced for the 3rd Lok Sabha and was to be held from 19 to 25 February 1962. The opposition parties had to campaign throughout the country to promote their views by themselves, whereas the Congress, being in government, had an unfair advantage. It was All India Radio. At that time, in electronic media, there was a monopoly of the Indian government. So All India Radio would broadcast messages of Pandit Nehru and would show the government's vision, which indirectly became a campaigning weapon for Congress. The Congress party this time slowly shifted focus from detailed policy innovations to personal appeal. Pandit Nehru was associated with all the success India had achieved since independence. All the criticisms in agriculture and industry were overshadowed by Jawaharlal Nehru's image. The government under Pandit Nehru was shown as stable and inclining towards national interests, and opposition parties were criticized over focusing only on regional and communal issues, which would not be useful for a newly independent republic. Opposition was divided because of different parties looking at their own issues, such as the Swatantra Party of C. Rajagopalachari, focusing on an open market, and the Communist Party of India, led by Shripad Amrit Dange, focusing on class struggle. Due to opposition parties being against each other, their votes used to get divided, because of which the Congress benefited again. Because of such situations, it was almost clear that Congress is coming back. The people still had the perception in their mind. If this is the party that gave us independence, then it will surely do good for the country. 55.4% of the registered voters vote in the election. This election saw a few renowned politicians and their family members being unable to vote because of their name being removed from the voter list by mistake. This included Union Home Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri's mother, who was unable to vote, and also included former Minister of Odisha, Radhanath Rath. The total number of voters had increased to 21 crore 63 lakh. Indian National Congress won 361 out of 494 seats in Lok Sabha. The Communist Party of India got 29 seats. The Swatantra Party got 18 seats. The Bharatiya Janata Sangh got 14 seats. The Praja Socialist Party got 12 seats. Jawaharlal Nehru became the Prime Minister of India again. This would be the last time Pandit Nehru would become the Prime Minister of India before his death in 1964.